say with these four, I'll say with these four competitors, facing off. And so these four competitors facing off is a means by which to determine who is going to face, I must say, who is going to face last year's champion. Okay, cool. In which case, players, I'm going to give you the choice of. I'm going to give you the choice. Do you want to do? Do you want to do individual? Do you want to do individual roles? And the top two go on to the semifinals, or do you want to actually face off? Do you want all four of you go and then the top two scores progress, or do you want to do a versus?
I got lost there. What?
Okay, so there's four of you left.
Right.
Do you want to roll all four? Do all four? Do you, David, Beth, and you, David, Beth, and you, David, Beth, and Zane. Just a four-person free-for-all where everybody just is going to be rolling their stats, and the two high scores progress to the semifinals? Or do you want to kind of do like a randomizer to see like Lattice versus somebody and Jay versus someone or whatever?
The free-for-all sounds more exciting.
Yeah, I might as well just do the free-for-all.
Right. Right. So that's what I was wondering. I was like, did you want to do like a face-off where they you're randomly assigned an opponent where technically Lattice could end up facing Jay, or Lattice could end up facing Zane, or or anything like that, where I just randomize and see who you're paired off with, similar to like they do in Indigo League. I say, want to do the free for all? Top two scores go on.
Yeah, free for all sounds good.
Okay. Cool. In which case, all right.
Time to turn it up. It's time to turn it up.
All right, everybody. He's like, we're going, and he's like, we are going to go ahead and get this. It's like, get this party started. It was like for each of you, select one Pokemon. Like, select one Pokemon, and which Pokemon will be joining you?
This is really a nicely done map. It's like, oh yeah, they're just next to you. I can't get over the perspective on this. Okay.
I'm glad. I'm glad of this still shot. I was looking for an overhead, but this actually kind of worked out well.
This is the team round. So...
Yes. So you take, I'll say, you take a Pokemon, find a Pokemon. You will be rolling either combat or focus for their rolls.
I better focus, huh? So I probably should make sure I have somebody who has good focus.
Dim legs. Freaking like get that shoot, what was the Jikundo fighter from Dead or Alive?
Is that John Lee?
Yeah, get some John Lee hitboxes with those kicks. It's like, how do you touch me? My hitboxes are extra long. Okay.
Okay.
I'm looking at Alma's abilities, and it's great for how I imagine her being, but it also feels kind of messed up. It's like cannot gain accuracy penalties unless they're straight up, like blinded. Doesn't trigger hazards. Bless cannot be activated and may bypass substitution. And if they have their combat stage lowered by something other than its own abilities, she gains a plus 2 special attack to combat stage. It's so messed up.
All
To
right,
debuff me, I get stronger.
Right, so what we are doing, what we are doing for this one, you will be, as we mentioned last time, you will be taking your dice skills. We'll be taking your dice skills, mixing, and adding your Pokemon's dice skills to this as well. There's going to be, I'm going to modify it by your, I'm going to modify it by your current friendship level with said Pokemon.
Okay. I believe, does the trainer have to choose the same skill as the Pokemon to use?
No.
Okay.
You can take whatever your highest skill is. Take whatever your highest skill is that you can pertain to this, and then you also mix it with your Pokemon's either combat or focus, and then you combine all those dice and you roll them, and then we'll divide it by the number of dice that you have, and that will be your final total.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything that further modifies this?
I'll say, across from you, you will see this woman throw out.
Oh, okay, that would actually factor in.
I'll say Beth throws out Pumpkin, Zane will throw his Glaceon.
I'm so cold all the time. Why do I have to be an ice type? just that face.
You notice that Glaceon and Alma seem to be having a meh off.
Yes.
Who is the better Kima there?
I must say, as they have a competition to see who cares the less. It's like, who cares less? Who has less fucks to give?
Okay, well, I'm ready for this combined roll then. Is everybody else?
Good. In which case, music will start. Right.
Dun, 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 dun. I wrote it all as one thing. Sorry about that. Can you imagine you had to average them?
Oh, that's good. That's perfect. I got it.
Well, it's two of us anyway, so it'll just be... Okay, yeah, never mind.
Can I use channel to get a synchronicity bonus? Is that a thing?
Does Chandler provide you with anything in particular?
No, but I wasn't sure if I could apply something in this case since this is unusual.
I can give you a +1 to synchronize your moves.
Good enough.
Does your chosen Pokemon have focus training on it from this morning?
Yeah.
Okay, because that gets a +2 bonus.
Yeah, I already had that factored.
Okay.
Oh, I'm out.
Okay, the guys asked for you.
Remember, there's modifiers. I have to add based on your friendship level.
Well, hopefully you factored my friendship balls into that friendship level.
Hmm?
I said hopefully you factored my friendship ball into that when you calculated those.
Yeah, I must say, that's something I actually do keep track of. I must say, it's something I've been fervent in keeping track of is friendship levels in this.
Because my Pokeballs grant +1 friendship.
I must say because it does. I must say because it does. Fact, I must say for those of you who are actually trying to evolve your Pokemon or do special stuff with your Pokemon, based on storyline based stuff, then yeah, your friendship levels. I'm basing a lot of what you can do off of that.
I was kind of imagining the friendship ball is just like protect your family.
Alright. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Dude. Okay, let's see. So, do some math. All right, let's 33 divided by 9. These are not the final scores that I'm writing down, just so you know. I'm putting these down so that I can look at them and so I can look at them in chat and do math on my computer real quick. Come on. I don't care about breaking news. Okay. So hilarious, I must say. So before multipliers right now. Before multipliers right now, we're looking at Beth and Jay as the top two.
Really?
Huh.
Yes, remember it's your total divided by the amount of dice that you rolled.
Okay.
So David rolled 9 dice and got a 34. You rolled 7 dice and got a 26. So 34 divided by 9 was 3.66. 26 divided by 7 is 3.71.
Oh. Math!
Interesting. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Decimal points matter, people.
Yeah, I'll say technically Beth has the highest because she rolled 8 dice and got a 34, and divided it by 7, and so. Let's see. All right, so let's do David's first. 166. Yeah, whisper to myself so that folks don't figure out the math for this. It's like, all right, now pardon us while we do our our math over here.
Excuse us as our judges deliberate.
Okay. So. Okay. Okay, that. Oh, this turns out cinematically, cinematically well. The judges must say, the announcer will walk forward, and it has been decided with an, must say, with an incredible, taking first place in this match, taking first place in this matchup with the highest score. They'll walk over to you, Lattice.
Roll.
And hold up your hand. It was like heading into the semifinals first is Lattice. The crowd will start like cheering frantically. It was like, you may go and stand over to the side as you await your next competitor. As for the first person, from the quarterfinals, who will be going home today with the lowest score, with the lowest score of 9.275 is Zane. I'm sorry. And he's like, you'll kind of see him sigh momentarily. He's like, whatever. I didn't want the stupid prize anyway. Glaciano kind of like. He's gonna walk by you, kind of stop in front of you, Jay, kind of give you a bit of a head nod, like, good luck. Glaciano look at your Vulpix, and your Vulpix, look at him kind of like, oh, fellow ice type, hello, how are you? Glaciano it's like life is cold. They'll just kind of walk off stage, all effectively too cool for school. And it's like, all right, and I'll say, which means that it's down to these final two trainers. Beth is gonna look at you kind of like with this massive grin on her face, like with the massive tomboy grin, and she's gonna hold out her fist to you.
Fist bumper, I guess.
All right, cool. All right, she's gonna pretty much try to star search this. And she's gonna she's gonna try to hold your hand and like when it's the last two contestants and was like, and with a narrow, I'll say, and with a narrow victory of 11.10 to 11.13,
Ooh.
J.
Okay.
Yeah, no, right?
Yeah, really.
Huh?
I said, wow.
Yeah, that's really close.
Damn close.
Yeah, I must say. When I did the calculations, 12.81, which was lattice, technically by default by the rest of them, kind of a runaway because it got like a whole like 1.7 higher than everybody else. So 12.8, must say 12.81, 10.1, must say 11.13, 11.10, and then 9.27. Must say because I actually had to do that's why I had was like, yeah, I got to go back and do the math like on a calculator because it only gave me the first originally only gave me 11.11 for both of you. And so I actually had to go down a couple of decimal points in order to figure out which one of you had the higher score. So I had to bust out the calculator and do like math. So it's like, okay, so I was like, sweet, so in 11, okay, break it down a little bit more, 11.1, okay, break it out a little bit more, 11.13 to 11.10. I say, so Jay wins by 1/10%.
Oh, this is certainly going to get interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I say, so Beth will shake your hand and will smile as she heads off stage. And here we are, folks. Your semifinalists. Jay. Must say, Ranger J. I must say, it was like, it's Jay. Wait a moment. Somebody hands him a notice. It was like, Ranger in Training J.
I thought what's her face was going to pop up.
Yeah.
You look kind of confused. Like you look over in the corner, and you'll see your teacher, air quotes, in the corner giving you a very, very enthusiastic thumbs up. Just kind of like lurking behind the curtain.
Okay.
And they'll say, all right, it was like Jay, and I'll say, and Lattice, Ouroboros, the third. Wait, no, the ninth. Jesus Christ, how many of them are there?
Sid will yell, fake yell, so neither of them can actually hear. Go, my favorite traveling companion, go! Which one is it?
I want the one with the Pokemon to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Go, my favorite sports team, go!
Like, I want the one with the white and the blue fur to win. Wait, what? Alright. And it was like, alright, you two, you will face off in a dance battle. Now, for this, you are allowed, I'll say, for this one, you are allowed up to 3 Pokemon.
Damn.
And I'll say, you are allowed up to 3 Pokemon. And with this, you will be doing a best of 3 competition. similar to what you did last round. You will take all, all of the best stats from you and your, all of the best stats from you and your Pokemon. Combine together. Combine together and then divide it. To come out with the highest number. And best 2 out of 3 wins. So trainers, select your Pokemon.
Is it 3 Pokemon?
Yeah, yes.
I only have 3 Pokemon. That's convenient.
Wait, you only have 3? I thought you had. That's right. You got rid of 1. You got rid of Fringilla.
And say Fringilla is currently gardening.
Okay. That means if you make it to the finals, you might need to borrow some.
Okay. Huh, this is interesting. Okay. You ready for this insane roll?
Yes.
Go!
Is this another total it all up?
Yes.
Still focus?
Focus or combat?
Was there, let me, was acrobatics also an option as well? I only say that because I think that's more of Jay's strength.
No, I'm intuition.
Okay.
Yeah, I say, yeah.
I'm thinking of probably, one of the other characters.
Yeah,
okay.
Psi is focus, Aura is intuition.
Okay.
Which Pokemon are you using, Tristan?
Well, I only have 3, so... So Harold, Doodoo, and Siri.
Okay.
Now, I can sync us all up, thankfully, but...
I will give you a +1 for each one.
Just so you know, I am in fact visualizing that I think it was the Mewtwo Strikes Back opening where they're kind of doing the Pokemon opening within the movie itself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Psi bonus. They're all rolling their focus. I am rolling. I was told.
The funny thing is, the Onyx's focus is high. It's like you're a rock. Is the focus supposed to be like patience? Because you're a rock.
Yeah.
What was it? Best 2 out of 3?
Jesus Christ with this one.
All them 2s and 3s. I rolled average.
Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see. So your total is 42. since 6. It's closer than you think. Technically, the lack of dice that you rolled actually kind of helped you. Okay. 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 With that, with that, the judges in a slightly more decisive, just enough to be decisive, will declare Lattice the winner of round 1.
By .02.
You won this one by 6 points.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
What's the northernmost one on your side?
That's Zorawa, my dude.
Okay. Okay, there we go. I was gonna make a joke that that the Zora was like holding Harold back, but it's got a knife in its mouth, so yeah, I can shake a bitch. Depending on round 2.
Oh, sorry.
What?
You have 3 evolved Pokemon. I have 3 not evolved Pokemon. And, math rocks don't like me right now.
I just wasn't expecting the exact same number.
The chance cubes did not like it.
All right. Okay. Round 2. Significantly closer. And by near a margin, the winner of round 2 is Jay.
Wait, what?
Huh.
More dice, more to divide them by. Less dice, less to divide them by. And then modified by a multiplier of your combined multiplied by a modifier of your combined friendship level of all 3 Pokemon that you have versus the combined modifier of multiplied of the combined friendship level of Lassus's Pokemon.
I won by the friend balls.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay.
He had, must say, Lassus has more dice, but you have more of a combined friendship level with your Pokemon. So, must say, so it was Lassus had a, yeah,
Literally the power.
three. I must say, yeah, 4 point. I must say his score after being divided by the amount of points that he had was 4.38. And you had 3.5, but you had a higher multiplier.
Okay, I'm looking forward to see how the final round shakes out.
I like this. I like this. I'm like with with Greg's whole thing. It panned out to like back and forth. Round one, round two, back forth, back forth, back forth, and here we go. I'll say down to the wire. I wish I had like a split screen of the two of your faces. Maybe it's still up here. Yeah. Oh, all right. Okay. Waiting on yours, Tristan.
Yep.
You can roll 42 a third time in a row. Holy shit!
Nice.
Came out the gate swinging. Whew, okay. All right. In a spectacular final round of psychic maelstroms, flying bugs, rock storms, snowstorms, illusions, and flaming fire bunnies, the dust settles. The judges stand and applaud this. The judges stand and applaud this amazing display of talent and friendship and camaraderie as they huddle together, debating, and the winner of this match and advancing to the finals will be announced right after this commercial break.
God damn it!
Are you tired of unresolved things? Try Fix It Now!
Apply directly to the forehead.
And you will automatically know exactly what you're gonna need.
Do your kids ever? Do you have kids who don't like doing their chores? Timmy, I need you to go take out the trash. Not right now. Well, now try Rotom. Rotom, what's that? Take this Rotom and stick them inside of pretty much just about any electronic you have. It will motivate your child to do its chores. Timmy, go take out the trash. I don't wanna. Timmy, go take out the trash. Okay, fine. Invest in Rotom today.
That seems like child abuse, but okay.
Electrifying children is not in Pokemon is not child abuse.
It's an occupational hazard.
I'm gonna say if you don't electrocute your children, the Pokemon world will. Hey, if you're too afraid to let your kids go out and play out in the field without being attacked by a swarm of Scaros,
Oh, Jesus.
Pokemon
I don't
world
know about that one, Pete, but okay.
Man, Pokemon Season 1 was intense. It got kids' gloves as it went on.
He was like, yeah, I'm going on a Pokemon journey. Oh shit, it's a flock of birds.
There's no fainting in Season 1.
Well, I mean, technically, yeah, because a Charmander almost died.
Which
That was a
reminds,
dark episode.
which reminds
Yeah,
me.
season one didn't play around.
Yeah, season 1 did, but fuck around.
Are you worried about your Charmander wandering into the rain? But worry no more! With this flame shield! It shows an umbrella. With this flame shield!
I need to add that now. I'm gonna add that as an accessory for fire type Pokemon. Flame shield. Pokemon just carries an umbrella. 5 points. 5 points of negation around water damage.
But Fire Shield. Why does it say it costs Poké-Dollars? Don't worry about it. You'll find out when you use it. Is it like is it reusable or something? You'll find out.
That'll be great. We'll see Score Bunny with like fucking sword in one hand, and the Roberta umbrella in the other.
Was it Setsuna from Caliber?
Wait,
We'll just
no.
go with the Roberta umbrella.
Forget.
The flame shield.
I know exactly what it is. It's the umbrella with the sword cane.
Yeah. He's right. We really did go on a commercial break. As we're on a commercial break, I am, quote, sad. I'm not seriously sad. I'm actually more annoyed. About one thing. My After Effects broke. It broke hard. Now I need to learn to use another program if I want to do, graphics or transparencies and animations and shit. Or I just GIF it, but that takes a while.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because obviously we have to keep up the budget.
Yeah. Well, seriously, it's like I've tried reinstalling. I've removed the preferences. I've cleared caches manually. I've deleted certain files so it has to auto generate them. I've removed possibly probable plugin files. I've added DLL managers. It's like, no. I'm like, oh. I've used the older versions that's on my secondary drive. It's like, no. I'm like, oh. So now I need to learn a node-based composite engine, which is a bit different.
But I do still remember that day you brought in Kianara with a wagging tail, and it actually affected the stream, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to affect the stream. It's like, damn it, hitting your body production value. I know we have to put in more resources. That was great, though. Do you fucking blink an eye? That's 10 more megabytes of RAM! What are you doing?
Shy. You being shy?
Yeah. Welcome to the production value. A whole 4080p. 480p. Oh, did you all play like GoldenEye and 64 and all that?
Yes.
Couple times, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, apparently, in one of the recent Far Cry games, Far Cry 5, I think, someone went to the trouble of recreating all of the maps in the system, and it's like the smoothest, like, first-person shooter experience for like feeling like James Bond and moving that quickly and all that. I'm like, oh, this is so much fun.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah.
There's like videos on YouTube. There's like videos on YouTube if you ever want to see it. Just as a passing thing, it's like, oh,
Okay.
But yeah, it was bad enough, or it was serious enough that MGM, when they heard about it, they asked the Ubisoft people to like pull the plug on it, and it's like, oh,
What they C&D'd them? Shit.
they had them remove it, yeah, but they did come back recently because I did play it, and it's like basically everyone's trying to keep it hush hush while also expanding on it because it's like these are great. This is GoldenEye.
Hey, I'm glad you at least got to try it before it got yanked.
Oh yes, it has been yanked permanently. Yes, never to be seen again. Do you hear that, MGM? It is completely gone. It is not still on the servers.
Remember as an admin. There we go. That reminds me, and this is one of those times where I really wish the people asked for forgiveness instead of permission. I mean, good on them for asking permission, but it seriously backfired. There are these guys that wanted to do a total conversion of I forgot what the game was. I think it was something similar to the Homeworld in terms of game style. They wanted to do a total conversion for the Harrington universe. And when I was reading about it, I was like, oh, that'll be so awesome! Having having things like the long range artillery dreadnoughts with the pod launchers and such, and then the quicker darting ships. Being able to get in closer with their better speed, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. And it's like, yeah, we asked permission, and they politely sent us a cease and desist order, so we can't continue with the project. And I'm like, no.
Nothing.
Talking about corporations doing C&Ds to people who create fun stuff.
Always fun.
Yeah, like just for your thing, like Brian. Like if you like playing GoldenEye, and if you have access to Far Cry, any of the like Far Cry 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
Somebody recreated apps for GoldenEye on it. It's like, oh, neat. Mm.
Stop doing our product better than us.
Pretty much. Because that GoldenEye thing sounds freaking awesome.
Oh yeah, and I just remembered it wasn't Rare who said it. It was MGM, like the movie.
Can't do that. We didn't license you for the video game. We licensed Rare.
Stop screwing with our product. You're making us look bad.
Was it the fan that did the Luke deepfake better than the actual people? It's some people just got skill.
Yep, some people just have the talent and skill for it, or have the resources. Like, oh, maybe you should.
I know they're currently this fan group. I think I sent a link in chat a while back, where these people are just like they did for Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3, where they ran into the RE engine.
Mm-hmm.
They decided that it was like, chances are they're never going to make a Code Veronica, and the Resident Evil 1 remake is still fairly fresh in people's minds, so we're not going to remake that. How's about we go ahead and do it? And so they actually got like voice actors who are willing to pretty much do all the roles from Resident Evil Code Veronica. And they made like all their own monsters and everything using the RE engine to recreate most of the monsters from Resident Evil Code Veronica. And they're trying to they made all the areas from scratch. And they got their they saved up they did like a GoFundMe thing in order to get their hands on in order to buy motion capture stuff. So they actually did like behind the scenes stuff of like people sticking the balls on themselves in the Zentai suits in front of green screens doing the motions and everything. And I will admit, I actually love Capcom for this. They were like, oh, sweet, you're going to do this? So long as you don't want to make any money off of it, then perfectly fine, go right ahead.
Okay. That's a nice attitude. So
Capcom was like, you can use our product and our license and our engine to make this. You cannot profit from it. But if you just want to do this as a fan-made thing, it's perfectly fine, go for it.
Is there a shoe that's going to drop?
No. Okay. And they was like, really? It was like, yeah. It was like, this is a really cool idea. Go right ahead. It was like, we're busy working on Resident Evil 4 remake, so it was like we had no intentions of remaking 1, and currently we didn't have anything in production to make Resident Evil Code Veronica. It was like that might happen later, but at the moment, no, we're just jumping straight to 4.
In situations like that, I think it would be really cool if a company, like you said, goes, okay, yeah, if you don't intend to make any money off it, go right ahead. They complete it, and before they actually release it, the company goes, hey, how much do you want for that completed project?
I probably wouldn't be surprised about it, but I know that they're working on it, and then once they're done, they were just gonna release it on Steam and Epic Games for free. And it was like, yeah, just here, come go play it. It's pretty much like a fan-made passion project.
Okay. Man, that just sounds so awesome. The quality the fans can bring to things is so immense that I'm like, I'm gonna check it out, even if I don't like it. I'm gonna check. It's gonna be like, oh, cool.
See, all right. And I left off with a massive cliffhanger, and then was about to reveal the cliffhanger. Then my phone died, and now, after 5 commercial breaks, the winner of this match, with a decisive 45-34 victory. Yay!
Holy shit.
Nice.
You know, we've been at this so long. What the fuck was I supposed to win?
You said what?
I say we've been doing this for so long. What the fuck was I supposed to win?
Chance to go up against the champion.
Oh, cool.
To win the actual prize.
Awesome.
I'm about to say, I was about to say you see see. I was about to tell you, David. I was like, you see Nick Cannon walk up to you. He's like, well, you did a good job, and but we ain't about to Mass Singer this. So. We're not about to America's Got Talent this evening, so. And so it's like okay. It was like Lattice, if you wouldn't mind. It was like joining the rest of the crew. And now, I'll say
Go Harold.
We do have a lovely consolation prize for you. It was they're gonna be like him like yeah they're like it was like ring girls, bring it up, and they're gonna roll it out to you. A most supply of lemonade.
Yay.
That's actually not bad.
Yeah.
And I'll say, in your inventory, you have 3 lemonades a day for a total of 90 lemonades. We know that as you travel the roads, it could be hot, it could be arduous, and what better way to beat the thirst than this delicious tall glass of our local carnival lemonade. Yeah.
For a second, I thought you were gonna go Hercule. Just for a second.
It can only be found here. We can only be found here at the carnival as a limited edition. In our limited edition cans.
Looks at the can, sponsored by ETAP.
The can is, the cases that these cans are in actually is kind of special because on these cases it does have something that you might not have expected. If any of you have ever eaten King Vitamin and you remember those masks that they had on the back that you could cut out, these boxes have different Pokemon faces that you can cut out and wear.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much just like those cereal box things where you just like cut out the back and tie some string around it and just walk around with like a makeshift mask. It was like, all right, well, it was like I hope that you enjoy your lemonades. Keep them all for yourself. Feel free to share with the rest of the folks over there.
Sip, 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 sip. Okay, I'm curious as to about the grand prize.
Okay. And now, our current grand champion making her way to the stage.
Hey!
Shit, they're all cute!
I'll say, it's like our current champion of the traveling circus, Crystal Aurora. How did the DM get that name? Pokemon name generator.
Of course.
Okay. Now, they're gonna say it's been a little bit. It's like Jay. It's like Jay. As you can see, the champion has 3 Pokemon, and I say has 6 Pokemon, and I say, will you withdraw your other 3?
Sorry, what was that?
Will you? And I say, the final battle is 6-on-6.
Yeah, I only got 3.
She's gonna kind of look like, okay, huh? Anyone willing to? I'll say she was like, okay, 1 second. We're gonna kind of consult with the judges. It's like, he's like, wait.
I'll raise a glass of a can of lemonade.
I'm not sure why they're surprised by this. I'm pretty sure you have to register your shit when you signed up for this.
Not really. This is a carnival. They just like walk up and participate.
Yeah, it's literally. It's literally. Oh, you a Pokemon trainer? Okay, cool. You have your card. Cool.
Yeah, I'm like they're carnies. They're not. They're not running background checks here.
But yeah, I'll raise a bottle to.
I wasn't thinking background checks. Just I was like, hey, you got sign a list or something.
If you want,
I mean, the Pokemon. I'm not saying the Pokemon Center is pretty much like I'm not saying the Nurse Jennies know what Pokemon you have, but they're just like they're pretty much just taking walk-ins off the street.
Yes. What were you trying to say?
Team Rocket could have walked in here.
Just that that if they allow it, I'm volunteering the use of my Pokemon.
That was actually what she was about to ask if anyone was she was about to ask is anyone willing to come up off of a couple of Pokemon they're willing to let them use?
Sid will kind of talk to Heracross and be like, "Hey, you want to get in on a Pokemon fight?"
You'll turn around to look at Heracross. You will notice Heracross is gone. There's just like an outline of where he was.
And he's like, I'm probably going to turn.
Oh, there he is.
Yep. Yeah.
That's it. You got Ulma, the Onyx, the Caesar.
I also have.
I forgot who your lineup is in this.
Yeah. at seeing Heracross head to the stage, Sid will kind of make his way up to the
Torkoal
front
and Rotom.
and do a thumbs up to Jay, like, you got this.
Let's go with Alma and Rotom.
I'll say Sienna will ask. It was like, do you need a Pokemon?
No, we're good.
Yeah, she'd be like, oh, okay. She'll just like kind of.
Thank you, though.
Shove her Pokeballs back in the pocket.
Thank you, though. Okay.
Sid will actually turn to her. She's like, wait, what do you use?
Well, I thought I could actually let people finally know, but save that for another episode.
You could just tell me.
True. Where's the suspense in that?
Sid will squint. Look here.
Okay.
So,
Rotom is incredibly average.
yeah, I figured.
Look here, you little skip.
What's Heracross's focus?
Heracross. Look. You want to use his focus or his combat?
Whichever's higher.
My guess is combat, because I remember it was
Yes.
clutch when I was doing that.
See. Okay. Heracross. Focus. 3D plus 1. Combat. 6D plus 2.
Well, that explains that. That answers that. Alright. Alright.
Yeah.
Alma, whichever's higher.
Focus 5D plus 2 plus 2.
I'll say Heracross, having been training with
2D plus
having
2
been
and
training
everything.
with, Sid has gained some residual benefits from training with Sid. So he is actually stronger than a normal.
Oh god!
I'll say he is stronger than a normal Heracross. I'll say because he is because.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No problem. No, just like Heracross has effectively been gaining. I'll say Heracross has pretty much been gaining half of the experience points that you guys get.
Okay.
So rather than give him full, I've been giving him half, and even then, he's kind of been like leveling up like hell.
It is actually kind of funny, because now that I think about it, the anime that I'm basing Sid's character off of, there is a character in that show named Takamura, who is such a boxing champion in Japan that during a training exercise, he actually punched out a bear.
Nice.
But he didn't get out of it unscathed, and so he got like scars on his chest. So that when he came back from that training, he showed off the scars and the bear pelt. Like, yeah, hell yeah, motherfucker, bring it on. And then I realized it's kind of turning into that for the Pokemon world of being the human equivalent of, oh god, he can punch an Ursine.
And go.
da. It's 1d to oppose acrobatics, athletics, combat. Oh! So I can give plus 1d2. Heracross had the 6d combat, right? Or is it 5d combat?
60 plus
Yeah.
2.
Okay, so I can give a plus 1d bonus to that. Alright. I think that's everything. Link everybody up, and here we go.
Nice.
Holy shit.
I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm assuming it's pretty good based on what people are saying.
Eh. I feel like it's not good enough, but
114?
So I'm missing something. Trying to find it. I did it, and I added it. Okay, can't fucking find it. Okay, screw it, whatever. Okay.
yeah, it's below average.
Okay.
Problem is it's focus, which is always my worst.
Okay, let's see. So. Okay, so starting this. Alright, so plus 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 1, 2, 3. Right, and middle tank. Right. Right. Let's say, bless her, I'm really good at this bonus. 1, 2. Okay. Okay. Here we go. I'll say, and this, well, I'll say, this round, best 3 of 5.
Wait, what?
And
How the fuck?
Well, you see,
Math Rocks have decided round 1 goes to Jay. I say she was like, oh okay. She was like, all right, I underestimated you. She was like, let's pick this up then. Round 2.
okay, 131.
Slightly above average now. Aha! Now who's rolling the same number twice?
Alright, round 2 decisively goes to Jay. I say she's gonna kind of be looking really confused. Like she was like, she was like, didn't you just slap this team together? She was like, how do you have this? She was like, how do you have this synchronicity with these Pokemon?
Well, I mean, I don't own the other 3 Pokemon, but there's part of my traveling party, so I've worked with them before.
Ah, okay. You'll hear like from behind the curtain, because he's gonna be a great ranger. You just gotta hear someone like dragging him off.
I mean, they're not wrong, you know. Rangers are required to work with a lot of Pokemon they don't own, so yeah.
In which case, I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right. Well then, and she's like, well then, I can only. She's gonna be like, all right then. Guess I just gotta. I was like, gotta pull out the big guns. All right, guys. I say, and it's like, all right, guys, last chance. I say she is going to activate a once per day skill, and hopefully this does something. Will it be a clean sweep?
Ooh. Oh my
Nice!
The fuck?
Woo!
Oh my god!
She's
That's
like,
a lot of fucking ones. Jesus Christ.
I was about to say, it's like, wait, what?
This is a lot of ones.
One. Ones for days.
Like, your rolls were amazing.
Not really. Again, they're all, except for the second one, they're all below average for that many days.
I mean, you pretty much, both of you pretty much rolled the exact same amount, more or less.
I'm not
Your first
disputing.
roll was garbage, where you rolled. Your first roll was garbage, where you roll 7d6 and you roll all ones on it.
I'm just saying, for 20.
Mathematically, almost impossible.
I'm just saying, you know, based on the math, I am rolling below average, except for that 131.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is kind of funny because you guys are basically have, when I did the math, you only have a 1 die advantage over her.
I have a 1 die advantage, but it looks like my bonus is higher than hers. 'Cause I got plus 32, and
Yeah.
she was only rolling plus 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
On her last
you know
roll,
what
she had a
bonus
plus
is?
30.
You know what a real bonus is, though?
Mm.
Being protagonists.
The pro. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. He's the pro tangent.
It's not my fault. He's a deuteragonist.
Because I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just, yeah, I was not a.
The pro tangerine of what?
No, that's what we all are. I just realized that's it. Whenever, like, the PCs, they're just deuteragonists.
Must say she's gonna look. She was like, huh? Oh, it was like, well, we weren't expecting that.
Neither was I.
And I'll say she was like, well, she was like, well, she was like, well, congratulations. Her Pokemon looked kind of stunned, and she was like, it's okay, guys, it's okay. She was like, it's okay. She was like, she was like, obviously, he was like, obviously, he was a better. No, I'll say he was a better. I'll say he was more prepared than he was like he was more prepared than we were. So that means that we've got to train a bit harder. And they're like, they're gonna kind of look at you. I'm like, yeah, you're right. We should probably train a bit more. I'll say she's gonna walk over to you, shake your hand.
Yep, shake hers, make sure the Pokemon do their equivalent of shaking hands with the other Pokemon.
Good game. Good game.
Yeah.
Sauce Buck and Heracross will like flash antlers. Teddy Ursa will shake hands with. Let's say Teddy Ursa will shake hands with Scorbunny. Rotom will be looking for something to shake hands with. The only person willing to will be Flaffy, as they shake hands and sparks just go flying everywhere. Alma will be looking at the I can't remember the name of it. God damn it. The large Lapras dragon looking thing. Fuck.
The fucking Dream Dragon pseudo legendary they cheated Ash at with.
Yeah. I'll say if you go by it, Lapras is also a pseudo legendary. Depending. By season 1 standards, Lapras is a pseudo legendary.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be a dragon. It's supposed to be loosely based on the Loch Ness Monster. Very, very tiny Loch Ness Monster, apparently, but...
A dragon.
Oh my god, look how many clothes.
But they're like, no, it's just ice and water. No. Right. And after exchanging that, she will. I'll say the announcer will walk over with a trophy, and will hand it to the former champion Crystal Aurora, and she will hand over the trophy to you. Congratulations, Jay. You have won the carnival dance off. Everyone in the crowd starts cheering, celebrating. Jay, 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 Ranger, Ranger, Rangers, Rangers.
Big J, the Ranger guy.
Go, go, Poke Ranger.
I'll say she's gonna look and it's like it was like normally the champion goes by the champion goes by some sort of must say, normally the champion goes by some sort of nickname so that we can put their name. I'm gonna say so we can put their name in the grand hall. So what shall is like? So what shall your name? What shall your name go down in this in Sinnoh history as? The crowd just kind of like you just hear like this collective leaning in noise.
Since when do you get to decide your own goddamn nickname? That's just tacky.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of like choosing your own code name.
Well, I'm not saying like, well, we used to, it was like, she was like, well, we used to let people, pick their own nicknames, but we had a couple of people who have a couple of, the screen will kind of like shuffle over to what looks to be like the carnival, like like when people win at arcade games, and they just put in like ASS for like top score, and you can't get rid of it. And she was like, "Yeah, we kind of shied away from that because some people decided it would be funny to put in some profane nicknames." So we kind of want to see if we can run it by to make sure that it's appropriate.
All right.
I mean, I'm gonna say, if you want, we can always come up with something for you.
No, I'll just go with what they used to call me back home. Jay, Rookity Lee.
Jay Rookity?
Yeah.
Was it Jay the Rookie?
Okay.
It's a Pokemon.
All right. I'm gonna say, let's hear it for Jay Rookity Lee. I'm gonna say, the crowd is gonna be like, It was like Rookity. Wait, what was Rookity? Rock Lee. Rock Lee.
That's the other guy.
Huh?
That's not me. That's Greg.
You opened the Poke Gates.
No, I feel like Brian's just being intentionally a pain in the butt.
I play with all my passion, guys, Sensei.
It was like Rookity, Rook Lee. And I'm gonna say she's gonna kind of look at you. She's like, "Don't worry, it's gonna go down and it's like just scribble it down on the sheet of paper. We'll get it on a plaque for you."
Thank you. Say Rook Lee.
It was like just go. It was like just go. It was like just go with the crowd. They love you.
That's like Rook Lee implies I know how to fight, and I really don't.
I'm about to say, the camera will pan out on Jay, kind of with his hand over his forehead as the crowd completely mispronounces his name. The thunderous applause of all of those who came to support. The thunderous applause of everyone who came to support him. With Zane kind of with a mild smirk. Lad is happy for his traveling companions who have won. Coyote with a biscuit in one hand and a biscuit in one hand, and a turkey leg in the other, while starting to choke, frantically reaching for Lattice for one of his lemonades to try and wash down this dry biscuit.
Here's a lemonade. Let me work it off my sheet.
I looked up the Rookity. Yeah, I see it.
I mean, I posted it in the chat too, but yeah.
I didn't see what it looked like, or like what it actually looks like. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a goofy ass looking bird.
Turns into fucking Corviknight though.
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm. fucking crocodile.
Yeah, and I'll say so. Heracross will fly back into the audience, and we'll kind of be like, Heracross, like making all these like flexing motions in front of Sid. Like, did you see that? I won.
Oh yeah.
Sid will offer a fist bump and like in that kind of hell yeah brother kind of way. No wait,
Yeah.
no, not fist bump. The open hand, the Armstrong.
the lariat fist, bro.
Exactly.
Brother. Alright, and I'll say. Despite having no noticeable biceps, Heracross, I'll say flexing his exoskeleton muscle meat underneath. I don't know, but
Hey Dylan, looks like they have you pencils
Yes.
with your pencils.
Heracross, you son of a bitch.
Heracross, you son of a bitch.
But yes, and with that, I believe our hero's time here in the carnival has come to an end.
I still have no idea what I won.
Trophy.
That's it? Or
Oh, are you gonna look inside the trophy?
sure.
Wait, you can open the trophy?
Okay.
Well, I mean, usually they're giant
it's-
cups, so I imagine you can.
Yeah, it's a giant cup. It's a giant gaudy cup. It looks like the state fair equivalent of the Pokemon like Grand League tournament cup. So it's like, oh hey man, this is a real cup, and you start looking at it, you can tell that like it's like one of those like trophies that they got from like a local trophy shop. She was like, wow, this trophy is amazing. It probably costs about $100. You notice that the plaque's name doesn't even have your name on it right now. It was like
Winner.
It was like come back in about 30 minutes. We'll have it written on. So you're gonna use like a laser carver to kind of just carve your name into it.
As far as I don't have a Pokemon for that.
No. I'll say.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not Pokemon, right?
So pull up what you earned.
You've earned the admiration and respect of all the contest people. That's all you need. And their fear. They know you're top dog.
Also need to go check back with my table, see how much shit I sold.
Should I add production value to Alma?
In what way?
The kind that requires 5 extra megabytes of RAM.
Is it tail or eyes or both?
Do we need to crash roll 20 again just so you feel good?
The funny thing is for Kion, it was blinking ears and tail.
Let's see.
I get maybe some page turning action.
You're gonna destroy roll 20 with it.
It's like just 4 pieces of paper that spin around behind her.
Now I open the page to your distraction.
Crash, roll 20, crash.
There's actually a thing that I did that I had to not do because it was causing issues. What was it like? And then I like tried to animate the entirety of the map.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I very easily remember. Yeah, this actually crashed roll 20. Please turn it off.
Because like, yes, we support GIFs, but there's a limit to how much GIFing we can support. Because I've seen, we've seen it where like put too many flames down, like with the warehouse fire. I was putting all those flames, and I had the embers and stuff, and roll 20 was like,
really, it was pretty good for me. It looked nice.
It looked nice, but me trying to put it down was having. Once it was down, it was fine, but it was taking forever to drop stuff. It's like too much fire. That's like not my fault. The players burned down the plot set piece. Alright, technically it was my fault. I'm the guy who fired the fireball, but they started it, so not my fault. Like, we're gonna be stealthy. Let's turn on a bright light.
I was worried about. I don't need bright lights where other people do.
I'm just glad light's finally a thing in one of these games. Usually everyone's like, I got dark vision, we're good.
Just have it start affecting the hit, and then people will be like, no, we need light.
Well, you see, at that point you have a reason to turn on the light.
Well, you generally have disadvantage of perception, which you think would be enough. The player's like, no, I don't care if I don't see shit. I just care if I can hit shit.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like, okay, you're rolling perception, disadvantage or not, no problem. And then, turn on the light once you find something.
Yeah.
That's also why they have things like bullseye lanterns and stuff to try and help with that, as opposed to boom. I mean, I don't care. It was great. I figured that ship had a good chance of exploding anyway with the way you guys play. So I wasn't.
Here we go.
Holy shit! That's one hell of a trophy.
Jump start bracelet.
Nice.
That is nice.
This is apparently a very influential carnival.
Hey, carnivals are great.
This one fucking carnival in the middle of nowhere gives you like the best coupon ever.
It's a traveling carnival.
Yeah, they're the best kind. It's like the traveling merchant. How'd you get that?
It sounded like a bunch of people have the Champions coupon, so.
Oh, no, I'm wrong. It's a very Game Boy Pokemon, item. I'm just like, damn.
Well, I had to make it worth you winning.
No, it requires attunement.
You slap it on one. I'll say you slap it on one Pokemon, and I'll say if they would drop to 0, they instead go to 10.
Is that upon agreed? It's a trophy. What does upon agreed do? It's a trophy.
But what does upon agreed do?
I say so. You basically want a half off coupon, $1,000, and a revive.
I'm usually surprised. Like,
too bad it doesn't work on Australians.
Like champion coming in and you just clean sweeped it.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah, I was expecting like better rolls. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be kind of fair, and it was like my dice was like, nope. It's like, all right.
Guess what, guys? I can afford
I like
lunch.
how everything was competitive until it came to the champion.
I won $100. I can afford lunch.
Oh yeah, like Sid's little prize. He's like, if you guys won, I can like give you some money because I feel bad.
No, I think we're good on money, especially once the my stall sales come in.
True.
Right.
That's, I know how many I had available, but I don't know how many actually got sold.
All right. Cool. I'll say heading outside of the tent. Say heading outside of the tent to go check. Your stall is surrounded by people who have left out of who have left out of the circus. I'll say who have left out of the grand tent. Having left out of the grand tent, you will see your ranger teacher standing on top of the table with your standing on top of the table with what seems to be a makeshift sign. Welcome. She was like, come on, welcome to Champion Rookedy's Pokeball Extravaganza.
I wonder.
She's true to her methods.
You see people just clamoring around the table, just trying to buy them. It was like you buy three. It was like buy three, get the fourth one free, and Champion Rookedy will sign it for you. Say she's gonna signal and say, Champion Rookedy, come over here and sign it for Pokeballs.
Make his way through the crowd. I was like,
Before he goes, Sid will be like, "Don't worry, I do remember some wrist exercises at the event."
Cool, thanks. Can you see if you can maybe get them organized into something resembling a line?
Aye.
Thank you. Get something resembling crowd control going.
If I may open door, sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
All right. No, you can go ahead and start forming your line however you wish to.
Yep. As a child with 6 other siblings, Sid will whistle very loudly, doing the finger whistle technique, whatever. I can't do that myself, but he'll do that. Get over him. And basically say effectively, ladies and gentlemen, please form a team line. Form in a line. Just go from there. Would you like me to roll anything to help this, or just no? I don't know.
Command or intimidation?
Okay. Hey, Alex, can you come on help with this, please?
Sure. Give me shields. Okay. Yes, with my excellent social skills. Can I command them to stay in a line?
He said command was one of the options.
Okay.
Command or intimidate.
Okay, I heard intimidate in your command. Okay.
Yeah, they form a fucking line.
This would be even easier if we had that gym badge, so you'd have more skill dice.
Do I know, right?
If only you had that gym badge.
Best line as spontaneously, like those little partition chains appear, and security will come up and just kind of make one of those zigzag partition lines, so that it's almost like they just raise out of the ground.
Yeah, as Sid was about to give commands, he noticed Lattice is doing it extremely well. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to shut up. Because he only has 2 dice.
I would have thought you would at least had intimidation.
Oh my god.
2 dice.
Oh, he gets bonuses when he has, a knife to your throat.
I'll say, Sid, since you are helping Lattice, I need you to make me a perception roll.
Uh-oh. Pickpockets! They're trying to steal the champion's balls!
Wait, what?
Is this Lattice just only able to do the perception check? Or?
No, he said
No,
you.
you're doing a perception check.
Yep, I'm busy being a drill instructor.
Yeah, Lattice doesn't. Well, I'll say since it's happening to Lattice, he can't see it happening.
Okay.
And Jay's a bit too busy, trying to clamor and deal with his new adoring fans.
Perception.
I mean, you currently have your own fans as well, because I assume that you are like either wearing or still holding on to your championship belt.
Nah, he has it in the bag.
You still in the bag.
Yeah,
Okay.
he
Well,
has stowed it away for the time being. Is like.
Okay, I didn't know if you'd be parading around here with the championship belt or not.
Nah, not currently. He is saving that for a good time. Right.
Just gonna walk around town for championship belt later.
He will only bring that out in certain occasions. But anyways, ooh, nice, 15.
Okay. As Jay, as Jay is being instructed on the ways of the Ranger, i.e., slinging merch.
Was it hustling? Doing the hustle?
I'll say as Jay is incredibly confused. I'll say a bit confused as he's like, how is this making me a Ranger? Just kind of doing the
Pokemon Ranger PR department.
Yeah. So as he is taking care of all that, you will look over. Looking over to some. Oh, bitch. You're gonna do it.
Apparently not.
Try it again. Wow, okay, so it's just like, no, fuck you.
I'll click on it.
Oh, I see. It is a link that has to be sent. It's Junior from Yu Yu Hakusho signing all these papers.
Yep.
Stamped.
Which is kind of, I'm like, why didn't bracket parentheses work? It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know why either, because the link's correct. The link format is
Yeah.
Hey, did it for David too. That's weird.
Weird.
Okay, I don't feel so bad now. Okay. Looking over towards Jay. He's like, my friends, my traveling buddies are making pretty good money. Everything seems to be going well. Sienna will kind of lean over to you, and she was like, hey, she was like, hey, Sid.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna kind of like make a head motion over towards Lattice. you'll look at the back of his head. You will, am I saying, both of you will see something that looks like a small flame appear on the back of his hair.
No.
As you'll, am I say, as you will see on the back of his head, one small orange ember kind of burn down the back of his head, and you will see, and that strand, that streak that it burns down will leave like this orange, will have like this kind of orangish cinder color, as if one of like he now has this orange cinderish streak going down the back of his head, where his hair is. So one part of his green hair is now like this orange cinder color.
Sid will stare at this for a few seconds. And be like, and kind of lean back with his hand, like, you're seeing his hair on. Part of his hair is his?
She's like, well, he is from the country. He's the ninth. I don't know. Maybe there's a thing they do. It's kind of weird.
And then it's like Sid will think for a moment, like, oh, Arceus. Oh, fuck. and it's like, kind of like motion for Sienna to come with. It's like, hey, lettuce, and he'll like clamp one of his shoulders and kind of lead him away, as since the line is already formed. Hey, you want to get some food or something like that, real quick?
As long as people know how to stay in line, yeah.
They're perfectly in line. This is the best line that you've ever seen.
Yeah, they're all nice and disciplined. And it will kind of like motion for Sienna to like take a picture of his hair so he can show him. It's like, yeah, just want to get some food, and as we start getting away and kind of motion with her, hey, I think you might want to say something. Do you feel hot at all? Like warm or anything?
From a snowy village, this entire area is warm to me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel warmer than usual?
That's a good question, Brian. Do I need to make a perception check?
You don't need to make a perception check. Some does smell kind of you do smell, you do kind of smell a slight whiff of like burning hair.
I like me looking around, like I'm trying to find the source of something.
And it is at that moment Sid would like to try to find like a water trough or something. Is there something like that nearby, Brian?
I mean, his hair's not burning. You just kind of smell like the residual smell of just like hair that had been burnt.
Oh, I thought my hair was burning.
No.
Oh. Okay, well, I guess we'll start with, yeah, it's just that, your hair was kind of on fire?
What?
Sienna will show you a picture of what appears to be this, burnt, this kind of new orange streak of hair on the back of your head.
You wouldn't happen to think it has to do with that Pokemon, what you call him, DNA guy or whatever?
I didn't think that did any.
He never did say what he did. From what you told me, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, is the... I think the hair's being described to me, or is it a length of hair that I can actually pull around and
look?
look?
Picture of it on the camera
Okay.
is what the back of your head looks like now.
Huh. Right. I think I will get that food, actually. And maybe a Nurse Joy. Or the human equivalent for a Nurse Joy.
You want someone to come with you, and maybe also express some concern to a certain individual. I can't. Okay, I can't speak it wrong. Do you want help to come talk to that guy and maybe punch him and or kick?
I'll need to. I'll at least need to see what was on that printout.
Okay, I think I can do that. See, you mind helping lad us out with just making sure he's okay, buddy system and all that. I'm gonna go pay him a visit.
Oh, okay. Go right ahead. She's like, sure. Don't exactly know what you guys are talking about, but okay.
I don't know if you want to act this out, Brian, but effectively, Sid wants to use his ninja training and or just sleight of hand skill to basically subterfuge the piece of paper he had with him to see if he can get his hands on it. So maybe even the Nurse Joy can make sense of it or whatever.
Okay.
I know.
If you
You find out.
I say if you, I'll say heading back over to where he was stationed. At some point while you guys were in the tent doing doing the thing, he's packed up everything and left.
I will kind of like wave down the nearest, like, I guess, attendant or maybe one of the Jennies.
The nearest Jenny is right here.
Okay, he'll head over there after seeing all this because I am on a small screen.
Sorry, I will shift ping you over there.
On it. Trying to move my hog. Come here.
There we go.
Excuse me, ma'am.
She was like, oh yes, oh she's like, oh, you're the wrestling champion.
Yeah, fine, champion. But did you happen to see where that one guy who's claiming to be a professor or something that gives you like Pokemon DNA or something like that?
She was like, we don't have anyone around here like that. Oh, you're talking about the. She was like, oh, you're talking about the what was he calling it? The Poke Transmo Fluctuatio Mographier. Yeah, that thing. Oh, over there. She'll point like right behind you, behind this fence. She was like, yeah, she was like, yeah, there was some weird green-haired kid who signed a waiver from what I saw, and he stepped in it. And after he left, and most people started going into the tent, his crew came. They swiftly packed up and just left.
A crew?
Yeah. Same crew that helped them come and set it up. They came in. They came in with the truck, backed up, and packed up everything and left. Looking over there, you pretty much just see like benches, tables, tents, stuff from, not say stuff that belongs to the state fair, but all the equipment just seems to be gone.
Okay. You know, Sid will kind of look at the lot, look to the Jenny, look to like off on the horizon where he imagined the guy went.
She was like, well, they went south. She was like, they went south, so they either went to. There's 3 places that they could have gone. They either went to Celestic, Celestian, or Veilstone.
He will quickly type those in his phone. I'm like, okay, let me get rid of those. Okay, thank you, because, I don't know if we have a incident of the law. Technically saying the waiver, but...
Now say, he dastardly employed legalese.
He made a 15-year-old sign a contract.
But we may have to get back to you later. I have to talk to my friend who's currently being seen by the Nurse Joys. And he'll just kind of like rush off to the Nurse Joys.
Joy! Nurse Joy, am I becoming a Pokemon? Help me!
Actually, before I rush off to Nurse Joy's, I will at least head back over to the J stall and quickly like head behind it and basically say, "Hey, Lattice isn't. Yeah, we're gonna be seeing Nurse Joy's. There might be some weird shit going on."
Okay.
I'll fill you in later with hopefully what the Joy says.
Will do.
Believe me, I'm just as confused as you are. And he'll rush up to the place.
Okay. Okay, so heading over to the Nurse Joy, she's gonna be like, "What seems to be the problem?"
Are you familiar with Poke Transmorgification? I'll try to repeat the long ass word salad.
That's brilliant.
Can't say. She's gonna look at you like, "Can't say that I am." No.
Might be a patient 0.
Do you have some sort of disease?
We don't know.
Does this hair smell like fire to you? Does this smell like burning to you?
Are you gonna show her?
Yeah.
Okay. She's going to. No, sorry. She's going to take a look, and she's like, "Huh. Okay, that is definitely not something I was expecting. Okay. Okay, let's see what we can do about this." She's going to be like, she's like, "All right, turn around, sit down." She's gonna try and reach out and touch it.
I will laugh if it actually causes her fire damage. Uh-oh. Do I take that damage?
No, Nurse Jenny does.
Oh shit!
She touches the hair. She puts on a pair of gloves, touches the hair, as she grabs a hold of it, and it's just like, it's just, ow, ow, ow. Her hand is kind of like has that cartoonish kind of black, that kind of black sear on her fingertips, and it's kind of smoky. She's like, ow. Chansey will walk up and slap a band-aid on her hand. She's like, thank you. He's like, okay, well, that confirms it. Your hair is on fire. Or is fire. Not exactly sure. Gonna have to run a quick test. He's like, gonna have to run a quick test. Do you mind if we cut off a piece of your hair?
He looks like dubious about the idea for a moment, and then eventually goes, okay.
Yeah. She's going to take a pair of scissors. Going to attempt to cut off a piece. As she takes the scissors near them, the strand of hair begins to glow a bit more as the scissors begin to melt before they can even touch the hair. They get like within reach of almost about to touch the hair, but this intense heat radiates off of it, and these scissors begin to melt in her hands, and she just drops them to the ground. As you kind of see this like small molten slab of metal.
So guys, what I'm hearing is I will have to embody the song, whip your hair back and forth, and cause damage to things. It'll be like Ember.
She'll like, okay, yeah, let's get you into the let's get you over here to the analyzer, and let's see if we can figure out what's going on with you. If you guys wouldn't mind, she's like over at Sienna, and I'll say she looks over at Sienna and Sid, like, if you don't mind waiting out here in the waiting room, and we'll be back with some information.
Is this tiny tent the analyzer?
Yes. There's machinery. You will be escorted in there with Chansey.
Lannis, we aren't cavemen. We have technology.
So you go in there, you step in this machine, some beeps and whirs and boops. And printout will come out as as Chansey looks at it. You will get out of the machine. Chansey seems to be looking at it kind of worried, and then we'll go waddling out of the tent towards Nurse Jordan, like, Chansey! And Nurse Jordan's like, what is it? And he's gonna look at her like, oh dear.
I'm afraid you caught ancient Pokeitis.
Well, I'm not exactly sure how to tell you this, but
Your hair is on fire.
I'll say, she was like, I'm not sure how to tell you this, but apparently you are. I'll say, she was gonna be like, it was like, the DNA test says that you're part human and part Torkoal.
Huh?
And with that, I'll say with your Tim the Toolman Taylor, we I'll say, these Scream will kind of back out of the tent as everybody's like, what?
Wait, I need to be Japanese about it.
Even catching Alma by some semblance of surprise is almost like, wait, what? And I'll say it's more of the look of what did the Alma's look is more of what did the idiot get himself into this time?
I imagine it like that crossover between Scooby-Doo and Supernatural. Jeepers! Zoinks! Oh my gosh! Son of a bitch!
I'll say with that, the tent will, you will back out as your time at, as Jay will get a final sale total for all, will Jay get a final sale total for all, for all of his wares? What will Lattice do, as he may or may not be evolving into, may or may not be the first human to ever evolve into a Pokemon, depending on what you believe.
I like it. The first human to ever evolve.
if you don't take the OG Pokemon things of people turning into Abras and all that.
And back in the old days when humans were merely just primates.
Find out next time on Pokemon and Render.
Pretty much, yes. As our heroes figure out what they want to do. With Lattice slowly transforming, with Lattice slowly possibly transforming into a Pokemon, Jay slowly transforming into the Market Ranger. Will Jay give up his life of being a ranger in order to run a concession stand at venues and cons? See him already sound like custom Pokeballs at like conventions and shit.
Well, I mean, that was kind of the idea.
Like giving up rangering in order to do that.
Well, no, just selling them at conventions, not giving up rangering to do it.
He's like, shit, I make a whole bunch of money doing this shit. That'd be great if I say eventually Jay, that'd be the way this adventure ends. Jay gives up his dream because he realizes that he's like, oh man, I make a whole bunch of money selling these things. Then he gets into voice acting. Then he gets into voice acting, completely forgets about what his original goal was. He becomes a millionaire. It's like, oh shit. As the Rangers. As the Ranger government agency.
All I know is I would find it hilarious if we find out the guy who was doing that, if he's secretly working with a guy named Wilbert Asker.
Yes!
The next step in human evolution.
I'm fine with, like weird stuff like this happening to the character.
Oh yeah, I'm just playing it up as, instead of, what the fuck? Why do we always running after weird shit?
I'm always amazed when my players are just like, oh hey, there's this thing, let's do it. I'm like, okay. I'm not against it, I just always find it funny.
It's like depending on the game that I'm going into and the character, it could just be fun to do the random shit in terms of like, oh, this is a thing that is here. Let's see what happens.
Like, okay, it's like technically, what will happen if he does this isn't terribly bad. So I was like, all right. All right. Cool. Which case? All right. Cool. All right. And that will be it for this time. You guys can let me know if you want. There's not much else, honestly, to do here at the fair. I'll say so. I'll say since you won the championship, I will count that as you basically selling all of your wares one way or another. I'm going to come up with a price, including the cost. I'll say I'm going to raise the value of the stuff that you're selling because as the champion, she arbitrarily raised the price of all of your wares.
Okay, well I have their listed value already.
Yeah, and she is going to be charging them for what is the value?
Balls are worth 800 by default. The berries are worth 150 by default.
Okay. And signing them. Are you willing to sign the berries too?
If people really want me to.
Alright. Cool. Alright. And we gotta scroll back up here to see.
I don't know what her markup is, but
no, just checking to see how many berries that you have. So here you go, ball counter.
It's 60 balls and 138 berries.
Okay, 60 balls, 138.
I just need to know what her markup is. I got the rest of it set up here.
Let's see, so 800 per ball.
800 per. Okay, so I've got the maths all set up. I just need to know how much she increased the price by.
Let's see. So okay, a third of them. I'll say a third of them sold at standard price. That was before you won.
Making it all complicated here. Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, she was already. They were selling stuff because your Pokemon were cute.
Well, yeah, I get that.
So, yeah, so she sold a third of your stuff at normal price. Everything that's left, after you deduct a third of it, she sold at times 3.
41. Minus 41. 37. Times 3, so 450. Jesus Christ. That doesn't look right. I'll do it over here. Okay, yeah, we're good for a while.
But yeah, this was fun.
Okay.
Good to
Right.
do everything and finish everything got. Holy shit! That's a lot of money.
Okay. See? There you go. Being the champion has its perks.
El campeón. Well, yeah, thank you, Brian. Catch y'all later. Good night.
Yep.
Thank you.
Ja.
Let's see.